Howdy gang, I'm here at almost the peak of, I can't remember what the mountain's called, but the highest point in Zurich. I'm just in my own little nugget here just so I could do this video. But yeah, let's do a little recap of the last few days. I was in Paris visiting Oscar again and Alex Malora. And so we did a few things that I'd already done last time in Paris just because Alex hadn't been there since he was little. So, we wanted to see it and I was happy to do that. So I think the first day I got there about midday and we went to Sacré Cœur, which is just like a really nice view of Paris. Met up with some of Alex's friends that she hadn't seen in years. So the first day was really just like catching up with everyone, sort of seeing what they've been up to. So we just got crepes at this place and then went to this little cafe and just had a few beers, and then everyone had work except for me and Alex, so we went down to the river, had a nice spot that you could see the Eiffel Tower for sunset, so that was really cool. And then we just got dinner and went back to Oscar's house, chilled out for a bit, and then met up with him after he's finished work. So he just works at this bar, and so he and his boss, we went with them to like this little speakeasy place. So it was really cool. I couldn't tell you the name of it, but it was just like you go into this pizza shop, and then there's a few blokes around, and then you walk into the back, open the back door, and there's a little cocktail bar. And Oscar's boss is kind of well known in the bar circle, I think, in Paris. So we didn't pay. We paid for our beers, but I think we didn't pay for any shots that we had. And then Oscar had these coordinates to this like rave in the middle of the forest or park that was like 30-minute drive from Paris. So we got a bottle of whiskey and we headed off for this party. And so as soon as we got to this park, we could hear music. So we're like, well, it's got to be this party. So we just went towards the music, and we're getting closer and closer. And Oscar's like, I don't think that's the right music. Like that doesn't sound like my friend DJing. Like I don't think this is right. But me and Alex were like, oh come on, let's just go anyway. So we went, and it turned out it was like a big African music party. So it was like a few hundred Africans dancing around, and me and Alex were like, yeah, this is kind of cool. Like we'll go here, and I was like, this is definitely not it. Like we'll go find the other party. So we looked at the map, and yeah, we weren't at the right spot. So we kept walking, and eventually we heard the right music, and then we followed that, and then we found this, and they just set up a little tent, had a DJ playing, and it was kind of cool. We were there till like 6:30 or so. Met a couple of Oscar's mates, and yeah, it was a good night. And then the next day we were a bit dusty, so we got up midday-ish, and we just walked a lot. I think it was like 22 kilometers ahead of my little step counter thing. I couldn't tell you where we went. All over Paris. We started obviously northeast, is where Oscar lives, and then went down towards the canal, and yeah, we just walked a lot. Stopped, ate food a few places, but then we were pretty knackered from the night before, so we didn't really do much. I think we went to a bar that night, had a couple drinks, and then just got pizza and watched a movie at Oscar's place. And then the last day it was just me and Alex. Oscar had some stuff he had to do, a motorbike license or something. So we did some touristy things. We went to the Arc de Triomphe, which we were planning to go on top of it, but I had no money, so I couldn't afford to go up there. I've got some now because Oscar's parents are the nicest, and his mum, I had some Canadian money left, so she like switched it for euros, so I didn't lose any on the exchange. And then his dad just gave me some Swiss francs, just what he had left. So yeah, that was really nice of them. But what did we do? Yeah, Arc de Triomphe, and then we just sat at the Eiffel Tower and got some like wine and cheese, not wine, cheese and baguettes and olives, and had like a little cliche Parisian lunch, and sat there for ages, and then I got my bus, and now I'm here in Zurich. And yeah, just got to the train station, put my bags down, walked up. Well, didn't even walk up here. I cheated. I was catching a train, and I thought from what I'd looked up, that it was only about halfway up the train, and then you walk the rest, and it took you another hour. But it's taken me basically to the top, so I'll walk down, I promise you. And then I might go for a swim in Lake Zurich, and then I think it'll be time to head home and catch the plane back to Melbourne. So yeah, this is my last video. It's kind of sad, last day in Europe. So bye bye.